Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Pound Zero weigh-in video. I am going to apologise up front as this week's video is going to appear a little disjointed. I'm extremely time poor this week, so I'm going to be filming the whole vlog in or the vlog segments over a series of a couple of days. So I really do apologise if it actually puts anybody off. But it was the only way I was going to do it at all this week. So this week we are going to have another quick chat about my weight loss journey so far, and of course I'll introduce you to a new motivation app and finally finish up with my favourite recipe of the week. So let's get started. So, I look terrible. I've been awake since 4 AM. It's now 8 PM as I did a day trip to Sydney with some wonderful people, and I'm not just saying that because you're watching. It's just been a long day. It's a very long day, and now this is the final video I need to do to get my Sunday vlog up and running. So to recap, when I started out at the beginning of the year, I was 120 kilos or 264 pounds. Last week, week 10, I weighed in at 112.3 kilos or 247.5 pounds. And today, I weighed in at a grand 111.9 kilos or 264.6 pounds. I had another social week this week, and I did try to be quite conscientious about what I was eating, but of course when you eat out a lot it's kind of hard to know all the ingredients, especially with salad dressings and what the like. And then of course today, the day trip to Sydney, didn't exactly have the best diet, and I'm pretty sure I have undone everything I did this week, but I'm going to deal with the consequences of my choices starting tomorrow after a good night's rest. So this year, of course, I am now down 8.1 kilos. Or 17.8 pounds, and that's over the course of the 11 weeks I've been doing this vlog. So of course I'm just going to have to slog it out a little bit more and try and get back on track, as everything should be calming down this week moving forward. So hopefully I can get the weight loss kick-started again, to be more than just grams every week. So now I'm going to flip over to one of the other things I recorded earlier this week for motivation, which is probably one that I'm not going to need this evening. So for this week's motivation segment, I'm going to talk on the subject of sleep and mindfulness, as both sleep and to some degree mindfulness are just as essential to weight loss as a good diet and a good exercise regime. So for the last few months, I've actually been using an app called Calm. C-A-L-M, Calm. Calm state that their mission is to make the world a healthier and happier place through the superpower of meditation and mindfulness. They aim to explore mindfulness themes from different perspectives. So some people know that while I was working and studying at the same time, I had very little personal time. And I actually became quite fond of audiobooks, as I could lie in bed in the dark and listen to the book. And that was the only way I was getting in any recreational reading without having a light on and keeping my husband awake. To the wee hours of the morning, obviously. And the Calm app has a number of options for you, from guided and non-guided meditations, breathing techniques, and sleep stories. Sleep stories are very similar to audiobooks. They're designed with reading and imagery that is intended to lull you off to sleep. Kind of like reading a child a bedtime story, but for grown-ups. Now, of course, everybody's different. My husband is one of those people who can actually drop off to sleep pretty quickly, where for me, it takes me hours, 700 positions, and a sacrifice to the sleep gods before I even begin to drift off. So this app has actually helped me relax very much and kind of bring my mind from all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world into the here and now, and making it a lot easier to drift off to sleep. So whether you use this app to help you relax and just be in the moment, or to assist you in drifting off to sleep, I would recommend having a look into it for your own use. A link, of course, is in the description below, and also down in the description, just under the Calm app link, I've actually provided another couple of links to rather interesting articles that I found, which actually discuss the correlation between sleep and weight loss, which I also encourage you to check it out. This week's recipe comes from a website blog called Running on Real Food, which is run by probably one of the healthiest people I have ever seen on my journey through the internet. Now, as Easter is fast approaching, with all the chocolate and hot cross buns being all up in our faces since Christmas, the temptation, obviously, to get on board this festival is running quite high. But surely there is a way of joining in all the fun without having to fall off the wagon. Enter Fudgy Flourless Protein Brownies. Yeah. So if you follow this recipe to the letter, you will be well pleased with the guilt-free, gluten-free, oil-free vegan brownies that are also low in carbs and low in sugar. I didn't even really know a thing was possible. But these little squares of pure joy come in at around 82 calories per serve. Now, of course, they are very almost gooey dense, being the whole flourless concept, which is absolutely fine. They're just absolutely amazing. But if you require more texture in your food, then you may want to consider adding in walnuts or something similar, just to kind of bulk it out and create that difference, the change in texture. But of course, as these are served, if you're looking for just a little more decadence as like a dessert to your meal or similar, you could warm up one of these little babies and serve it up with a little bowl of vanilla ice cream. Would go absolutely amazingly. Of course, the link is in the description below. You're welcome. So that's it from me for another week. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, please tap on the subscribe button for more weekly videos. Give the videos a thumbs up, and of course leave me a comment in the comments below. If there's anything you'd like me to look into, be it a news story or a new exercise regime or a health food that you'd like me to research and review, leave it in a comment below, and I'll get onto that as quick as I can. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter for regular tips, tricks, exercises throughout the week. Pretty much anything I find useful on my weight loss loss journey I just throw up on Twitter, including just little motivational quotes as well. So I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead of you. I'll see you next time. Be healthy and be good to each other. Bye.